into this daily hypnosis session to overcome a fear of snakes. As we embark on this journey of hypnosis, it's important to remember that this is a tool for personal development and should be used in a safe, quiet environment. Please ensure you're not operating any machinery or driving during this session. Hypnosis is a self-guided process, and you should only participate if you feel comfortable and safe to do so. But now, on to the hypnosis. Imagine for a moment you're walking through a serene forest where tranquility seems to embrace every leaf and twig. As you walk, you might notice the gentle rustle of the leaves underfoot, or perhaps the soothing whisper of the wind. And as you immerse yourself in this journey, you may find your mind drifting like a leaf carried by a gentle stream to a state of deep relaxation. With every step you take, let the forest's peacefulness envelop you more and more. You might even begin to wonder in your own time how deeply relaxed you can become. And as you continue to walk, each breath you take is like a soft, guiding hand, leading you further into a state of complete calmness, where the mind is open, receptive, and wonderfully at ease. And as you continue on this path, imagine that with each step a soft, warm light begins to shine down through the trees, breathing you in comfort and ease. This light, golden and gentle, seems to dance around you, inviting you deeper into relaxation. And you might not have noticed just yet how the light creates patterns that shift and change, just like both thoughts in your mind, fluid and ever moving. And as you observe these patterns, you may find yourself sinking deeper into a state of hypnotic rest. It's interesting how the mind can wander and float like a leaf on a stream, effortlessly gliding deeper and deeper. With each word I say, perhaps you can allow yourself to drift further into this tranquil state, where the mind is so relaxed and open that it can begin exploring new ways of being and perceiving. And as you rest in this deeply relaxed state, I'd like you to imagine, just for a moment, that you're standing in front of a beautiful, ancient library. This vast library, filled with wisdom, represents your mind, with books as your thoughts and experiences. Now you might find it interesting to consider that somewhere in this library is a book about snakes. It's a book written over time, with stories, perhaps some fears and misunderstandings. You might start to walk through the library, and as you do, you notice how each section represents different aspects of your life. There's a section filled with joy, another with learning, and one with fears, where the book about snakes resides. It's intriguing, isn't it, how the mind organizes these experiences? And as you approach the fear section, you might feel a bit hesitant. But remember, you're just exploring, and you're always in control. Now imagine taking the book about snakes off the shelf. And as you open it, you begin to read the stories that have fueled your fear of snakes. Some stories might be vivid, others a bit unclear. But here's an interesting thought. What if you could rewrite parts of this book? What if you could understand snakes from a different perspective? One of curiosity and respect rather than fear. You know, many people have found that learning about what scares them diminishes the fear. It's almost like turning on a light in a dark room and seeing there's nothing to fear after all. And as you ponder this, you might find the pen in your hand. This pen, magical and powerful, gives you the ability to rewrite any story in this book. You could start by adding new chapters filled with facts about snakes, their role in nature, and how they're more afraid of humans than we are of them. It's fascinating, isn't it, how changing the narrative can change your feelings. You might even add a chapter about someone who overcame their fear of snakes, how they learned to appreciate these creatures from a safe distance. And as you write, you notice how your feelings towards snakes begins to shift from fear to understanding, maybe even to a sense of peace. It's like watching the sunrise, slowly illuminating everything, changing darkness into light, fear into knowledge. And as you continue to rewrite this book, you might feel a sense of control, realizing that you can choose how to respond to your fears. You're the author of your own story after all. Maybe you'll even find yourself smiling, realizing that this fear of snakes was just a chapter, not the whole book of your life. And now you place the book back on the shelf. You feel lighter, as if a weight has been lifted. You can walk through the library with a newfound sense of freedom, knowing that you have the power to rewrite any story that doesn't serve you well. And as you leave the library, you carry with you this sense of empowerment, the feeling that stays with you long after this session. And now it's time to slowly return from this journey. And as you prepare to leave the library of your mind, you might start to notice the room around you, the chair you're sitting in, the gentle rhythm of your breathing. With each breath you take, you can begin to feel more awake, more aware of your surroundings. You might even start to feel a gentle energy return into your body, a pleasant feeling of being refreshed and rejuvenated. And as you become more alert, you remember the changes you've made in your library, the new chapters you've written. It's like waking up from a restful sleep, feeling ready to face the day with a fresh perspective. And in a moment, I'll count from 1 to 5, and with each number, you'll feel more awake, more present. 1, starting to stir. 2, becoming more aware. 3, feeling refreshed. 4, almost awake. And 5, eyes open, fully awake and ready to embrace the day. And as you move forward, each time you encounter a thought or situation related to snakes, you might find yourself surprisingly calm. You'll remember the library, the book you rewrote, and the sense of control you felt. This memory will serve as a gentle reminder that you have the power to choose your reactions, to view things from a place of understanding and peace. It's a choice that becomes easier each time, like a well-trodden path in a beautiful forest. And with that, we come to the end of our session today. Remember, the power to change your story always lies within you, waiting to be harnessed and directed towards a life of greater peace and understanding. And until next time, goodbye and good mental health.